at the Caesars Superdome. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Hunter. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offense tried to get a little slip there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it's good coverage defensively. They were able to break it up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 12, Mariota. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Once again with Sanders. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the only turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota out route to Hill, complete. They find some open field here. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Kamara up the middle. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Mariota's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage. Mariota. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down. No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. The Saints had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to
of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Mariota. They complete it to Hill. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Now Mariota. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Throwing on 1st down, Hunter. They'll swing this out to Mostert. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Hunter. He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Back to throw. Hunter. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Saints' 45-yard line.
2nd and 6. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Off-play action. Hunter. And he's got it to Patterson complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Looking to throw. Hunter. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hunter. This one left side caught by Patterson. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Saints, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points, while the old school coach Probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play, and they'll accept that penalty.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mariota. And this one's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On second down, Mariota again. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Second down, back to Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. A bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Fourth down, Mariota. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes the challenge flag. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Trying the left side with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
36-yard line.
Mariota now. Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Mariota. He's going to go up top again. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The end result, 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So that Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the third quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's probably something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Mariota will look to throw, and he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Hunter. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now. When you're throwing it to the fullback, it just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Hunter. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Mariota on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Now Mariota. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Throwing, Mariota. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hill. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 45-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A first down throw for Mariota. He completes it to Olave. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another completion right back to Patterson. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 4th down, Hunter. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 40.
To throw is Mariota. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. First down, Mariota. That one complete to Hill. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Mariota.
21-yard line.
He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As he'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15. Now Mariota. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. To throw, Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so you don't get another one picked off.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.